everybody, and welcome to Gravely Amusing, the only podcast that has Christina Ricci as our Women Crush Wednesday. And maybe Catherine Zeta-Jones is in there too. Maybe. Who knows? But tonight, we were talking about Wednesday, weapons, and woe. Well, woe as in the hodgepodge of topics that we're talking about this evening. And I have with me my good friends who we haven't talked to and had on the show in quite some time. Good old Mr. Jure the Finch.
Hey,
Oh, hey, Finch.
glad to be back, man. When you said "whoa," I was thinking, "Whoa, Cody Rhodes."
Whoa! Like, that's like the only thing that he has going for him, in my opinion. Everybody,
I
okay,
like, I like Cody.
everybody loves Cody Rhodes. Everybody. Except me, maybe, probably me. Like, the only thing he has going for him is the woe. And he is
Well,
he's the most overbooked, like, well, not overbooked, but like the most, he just gets things handed to him.
I can
Like,
see that. He's a nepo baby. Yeah.
he's a nepo baby, big time nepo baby. And we're gonna talk a little bit of wrestling in this too. This can be like a hodgepodge episode as we're kind of waiting for season 2 of Wednesday to drop, but we got a couple more weeks. You didn't see Weapons yet, so
Uh,
it's kind
I
of like
want
a
to.
mixture tonight. But
I'm hearing good things about it. So
we're gonna talk about it all. So so we'll put Cody Rhodes on the shelf. But all I want to say about Cody Rhodes is I think he gets way favorable booking. I think he's very vanilla. I think he's cookie cutter. I don't think he has any aspects of his character that remains anything interesting whatsoever. I think he's an extremely nice guy, and he's very good for the company because he's
yeah,
vanilla. But
nah, he is far from vanilla. Cody Raheem Rhodes, bro.
no, he's vanilla. He's cookie cutter. Cookie cutter is what I really mean. He's a cookie cutter face.
I
There's
got you. I got
there's like
you.
no depth to him, whatever. Yes, I know his wife's black. I know. I know. And his daughter's mixed. I know. I know. And
Hey, for the
and
record, Cody, I love you, bro.
it's because you're black. And you just have to.
I guess. I guess.
Do you like have to automatically like any white dude that marries a black girl? Like, is that like part of the
No,
like
no.
like they're
I mean,
automatically invited to the cookout like immediately?
not all of them.
Because some guys are douchebags, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So why does he
Just
get a
just like
pass?
they are from just like they are from any race, you know? It's.
But why does he get a pass?
'Cause he's
Because he's
cool,
just sitting
man.
drinking
He's
vodka
cool.
all day?
Hey, his podcast is pretty cool to watch and listen to.
Favorable booking. Favorable book. He hasn't faced the final boss, but that's a whole nother story that
Yeah,
we'll
we'll get
probably get
there.
to in a second. But what the main thing I wanna talk about tonight, so we'll start with weapons, okay? So, this year has been quite a year for horror movies so far. Like, we've got, like, kinda like a lot of legacy horror movies this year rocking. Megan 2 was kind of freaking ridiculous. I didn't even bother watching it, and,
I'll
um,
admit I still haven't seen Megan 2.
yeah, I don't know
I'm gonna
when or
watch it. I was just gonna wait for Peacock, though.
yeah, like it on Peacock. Like, I the concept for it seemed like they were almost trying to go like a Terminator 2 type thing, but, like, they didn't really know what they were doing. I think it's one of those situations, and kinda like how Tyler and I talked about last week in the Psycho Part 2 podcast, is like you get a director that directs something or creates something. Like, with the Psycho remake, you had Gus Van Sant, who did Good Will Hunting, thought he was hot shit, and then he's like, "I'm gonna remake Psycho because I can, and I'm gonna do it better than Hitchcock," and he fails. And then you get this dude doing Megan, and he's like, "Oh, Megan was so good, everything was well received, so we can just change something and do whatever we want, and people are gonna love it." and then it freaking fails, and they wonder why.
I will say, the thing
Like,
about remakes, though, is I actually saw the remake of Psycho before I ever saw the original.
oh, you poor boy.
So, I mean, but it made me go and watch the original, and that's the one thing about some of these remakes. That's like, they may be bad, and, but for some people, that's their first intro to it, and then they watch the original, and they like, "Oh, that was way better." Or sometimes they watch the original, and they're like, I'm glad I watched it, but it wasn't as good as the remake," you know? And also, thank you for shouting me out on the, I wanna say it was Psycho, the first version of Psycho, maybe. I don't know. One of your podcasts I was re-listening to, and I heard my name, I was like, "Hey." So,
I'll always shout you out. You're you're the peanut butter to my jelly. You're the you're the cookies to my cream. You're the you're the cocaine to my waffles. Like, it just goes together.
okay, sorry, remind me, what's that one from? Cocaine to my waffles. I know that, but I can't.
I'm pretty sure it's Talladega Night. Talladega Nights.
Okay. I'm like, I know that, but I can't think of where it's from
I don't know,
right now.
like, when you watch so many movies, it just kinda blends together, like, you don't even know where your dialogue quotes come from, but no, yeah, it's John C. Reilly is talking to him, and he's like, "We're like cocaine and waffles," or, they're talking about things that go together, and he's like, "Cocaine and waffles." Um,
Shake and
and
bake.
like, "You gotta shake it before you bake it. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I feel like we're wasting a lot of time.
Don't you dare put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you dare put it
That's
on me. You are now paralyzed." Man, I miss him.
sorry.
Michael Clark.
We could go. Yeah,
We
we
could
could
go
go in
forever.
there on
What the heck were we talking about?
weapon
Movies.
or
Oh, yeah,
Megan
yeah,
2.
yeah, horror movies, yeah. So, Megan pretty much left. Bloodlines, I didn't get to watch Final Destination Bloodlines yet.
I
Um,
did see that one, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's very gory, and if you like the Final Destination movies, it's the same schlick, it's the same schlock, which is great though. Which Final
what'd you say?
Destinations,
Slick? Schlick? Slock?
I say schlick, schlock, whatever you want to call
Slick
it.
Slock?
It's the same stuff though. It's like
I feel like
death
that's a
is
rap
coming
song
and
just waiting to happen.
schlick,
I said a
schlock,
schlick, schlock, slickety, slickety, slick, slick, slock, you don't stop.
and death comes for you. you know. But yeah, I mean, I will say I saw Bloodlines. I saw it in theater. I watched it. I enjoyed it. It was gory, bloody. They did a lot of practical stuff in this one, so, kinda puts it a little bit above some of the other ones because the other ones was CGI crap fest, but I liked it, and I don't wanna spoil the twist, but yeah.
No, you're good.
Uh,
I'm definitely gonna watch it soon, and I'm not gonna spoil the twist
it's on
for
Max, so you can watch it on there.
I know, I gotta get on. I've been on so in a couple weeks, we're gonna do an episode or a big retrospective episode on Dexter, and so I've been watching the season of Dexter. So, like, when Dexter first came out, I watched that first season, and then, like, I think I met my wife somewhere in that period, and then I'm just like, "Yeah, I'd rather talk to this chick," and,
Hey, wives gotta come first.
I later married her, so I think it was worth it.
Yeah, Dexter
So,
will always be there.
Dexter will always be there. Dexter came back.
And he keeps
I mean,
he keep I was gonna say he keeps coming back. So,
absolutely. Yeah,
um
but
So if you're going back to movies though, like, the one I didn't see that came back, and I don't know if you wanna consider a horror movie, but what was it? I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's the
so
one I
I
wanted to
skipped
see,
that.
but I didn't get to see it, so
I skipped it. It
okay.
looked like it was going to not deliver. So, I mean, and what sucks is July threw us Superman, Jurassic Park, Fantastic Four, and, I had to make some choices. Am I gonna see Superman 4 times, or am I gonna go see, you know, I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yeah.
Choices
No,
had to be made.
I didn't even see Jurassic Park, so, you know.
You no, you made a good choice there. Jurassic, like, okay, and in terms of gravely amusing, bringing the horror back into it, the issue with Jurassic Park Rebirth is that it's in the original novel, Jurassic Park is very much a bit like a horror movie, and because they are working on this DNA splicing. They are working on creating these different creatures and stuff. And but when you go into the movies, they're not really focusing on the mutation core of it. You know, when Spielberg first did it, this is like an adventure type movie, like Alan Grant is very much like Indiana Jones, if you will.
He's
Um,
even got the hat.
even got the hat for real. And then like it's not really a horror take. And then you go into, Lost World, and that's not really even a horror take. And then you go into like there's moments there to be scary, but it's not really like a horror take. It's more of an adventure type
Like
thingamajig.
action what did you say, like action horror?
Yeah, kinda like action horror
Dude,
thing there.
'cause I mean,
Yeah,
the horror is literally dinosaurs eating people.
right,
That's
and that's where it is.
yeah.
And, like, so in Rebirth, it's it's almost like people forgot how to act. I don't wanna ruin it for you, but, like, Scarlett Johansson, like, she just forgets how to act. Mahershala Ali, I hope didn't butcher his first name, but Ali, like, is probably one of the best parts of it, but even he can't carry the whole thing. And then, like, there's one scene, spoiler alert, okay, there's one scene where there is a freaking T-Rex sleeping, and this character opens up a raft right near the T-Rex, right there, and the T-Rex, like, doesn't get him, like, doesn't even, like, really stir, like, it's right there,
Now,
like,
okay,
and the
like I said, I
T-Rex
haven't seen it.
bites the raft. The T-Rex does bite the raft eventually, but a freaking T-Rex claw doesn't pop this raft. What the heck we doing here, Finch?
I was gonna say,
What?
is it the same T-Rex that we've been seeing though? So it's the old mama T-Rex?
No, no, it's a different T-Rex, I'd say.
Okay.
I mean, I
Because I
think
know they
so.
brought her I know they brought her back for, was it Jurassic World? Like, it was like you could see, like, from, like, the claw marks and stuff on her that she was the same old
That
one.
was the same one?
Yeah, you don't remember when Bryce
Really?
Dallas Howard is running with the flare and the T-Rex is chasing her? That's the first T-Rex that we saw from Jurassic Park. Because you could
Oh,
see,
well,
like,
that
the
makes
claw
that
marks
even
that, like,
more
when she was fighting the raptors and stuff like that, you know?
that makes it even more special. I didn't even know that. I call myself a movie guy. I don't know nothing. Psh, man, I suck. I didn't know that. Wow.
At least that's a theory. Just a film theory. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I like that theory. That theory is dope. I like that theory a lot. Yeah, but yeah, save your money. Like Jurassic World, it just Rebirth. It just didn't hit. Superman was where it was at. Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was all right. I like it needed me. I needed to see it again, and I'm glad I did because I saw it in 3D the second time. And I think if I would have saw it in IMAX or IMAX 3D the first time, I would have liked it more because you needed to see that perspective of Galactus to the team. You needed Galactus to be bigger. So seeing it in 3D really delivered that. But I like the whole John Malkovich being taken out of the movie, like that whole thing kind of ticked me off. And there was so much stuff they cut from the film, and they're not gonna like give you this deleted scene or director's cut eventually. Like Marvel's been very strict about not giving director's cuts because they don't want to be Zack Snyder. But I but I think like
Well, glad
I
they're
think it
not Zack Snyder. Jeez.
oh my gosh. Okay. Did you send
Sorry.
it? Were you the one that sent it to me?
The
The
crypto
thing about
thing?
crypto?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold
This is one of those woes.
I think, yeah, this is the woe. This more woe that we're talking about. I WOE, there you go, or woe, WOAH. Okay. Zack Snyder, like, I'm glad that he gave us a Watchmen movie, and I think that 300 is one of the best comic book
It's
movies
awesome.
made. That
Yeah.
it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, he didn't give us Sin City, but he might as well have. But like Zack Snyder is very much that Frank Miller loving dude. He loves the dark stuff, he loves the serious stuff, he likes the violent stuff. That's who Zack Snyder is. So, you give him Superman and, there's those, like, in our friends, the Krypton Report, like, you know, mostly James, will defend Man of Steel to the end of the day, but I just can't defend Man of Steel. I can't.
I I'm okay, I'm with James where a lot of that movie, I really enjoyed that movie, man. Like, for what it was for what it was. But now, like, looking back at it, and now after we've gotten some better iterations of Superman, i.e. Superman and Lois, and the new Superman movie, James Gunn's Superman, and even my ventures with Superman, like, I love Henry Cavill as Clark Kent Superman, but it's just a lot of Zack Snyder's choices, bro. Like, just I but I mean, I still defend that movie, like, it was a good movie for what we got.
But my main issue with that movie is really John Kent, and the thing you sent me. So, not only does Kevin Costner say to Clark that, like, "Hey, let's you know what? Maybe you should let the kids die, not a big deal, you know? The
Yeah.
parents are young, they can make new kids, it'll be alright." Like, he just like, John Kent would never say that, like, oh my gosh. And then
Yeah.
and then the whole, like, the Twister thing always, like, was so stupid to me because he has super speed and, like, even in
Yeah,
his,
coulda
like,
blitzed them out of there.
red, blue blur, boom, done.
Yeah,
Um,
Smallville style. Yeah.
like, get the hell out of here. And, like, but for Zack Snyder to take Crypto out of this movie or the little bit of Crypto and, like, put him in a gravestone and not have it be like Crypto got hit by a car and Crypto was a real thing. What did Zack Snyder wanna do there, Finch? Go ahead and break everybody's heart.
According to the report that we heard was Zack Snyder took him out saying that Jonathan Kent took him out to show Clark, what is it, humility or, like, the loss of life, like, how fragile life is and stuff.
The fragile of life.
Yeah, some bull. Like,
They're like,
but I mean,
"Hey,
that I
dogs
guess that
dogs
fits
just
with
just gonna die."
well, I guess that fits with the Jonathan that we got.
But
Yeah,
he
but
killed the
it's just
dog.
like,
He kills the dog. He
yeah,
kills
it's
the
horrible.
dog. Like, Zack Snyder didn't even put in, like, the dog got sick, the dog was old. No, the John just found this dog, named him Crypto to be funny, and then just kills the dog and says, "Oh, Clark, sorry, you can't have any friends. You're gonna be even lonelier. Like, hey, F you, son. Bye."
Yeah.
Like, what the heck we doing here? Like, that's the real monsters, and that's what Gravely Amusing is about. Talking about the real
The
monsters,
monster,
and the real monsters are Jonathan Kent and Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
Yes, absolutely. And like, if Zack Snyder would have directed a Daredevil movie, I think it would have worked. If he would have just done a Batman movie, it probably would have worked. But when you touch on these characters that are about hope and are about bright colors, Zack Snyder hasn't seen a bright color since kindergarten in the Crayola box. Like, like, I mean, it's just like, yeah. And 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 I think that Zack Snyder's Justice League is a good movie. I do think it's a good movie overall, but he doesn't understand the characters, and I'm really I my condolences, my extreme condolences to his family for the loss of his daughter. That is
Yeah,
something that no parent should ever go through, and I know that there is something in Zack Snyder that can make him make another good movie. We know it's in him, but he's been pulling out some, like, really stupid stuff, and, like
yeah,
and
you know
some
that movie he did on, Netflix, not the Rebel Moon stuff, but the one about I think it's, like, in connection with, like, Army of the Dead or something, but it's the one with the dude was, like, robbing a bank vault. I like that
Yeah,
one.
the zombie one in Vegas.
Yeah, I think
The
so, yeah.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad. That one
Yeah, I
wasn't
like
bad at
that
all.
one. But
But
then he made the Rebel Moons, and they're like, ah.
I won't even watch Rebel Moon. I'm not gonna ruin my life. But the thing that ticked me off, and I saw someone point out on TikTok, and I should have pointed out first, is in that movie, there's, like, a quote where it says, like, it has, like, all the zombies are kinda, like, dried out, and then someone says something like, "Wait till it rains." Like, wait till you see what happens when it rains, and what happens to these zombies, and then we never see that.
Hmm.
Like, so we did this comment about, like, it should have been a foreshadowing for some crazy stuff in the future, but then we never see that. So, Zack Snyder, a lot of woes. And, yeah. But there are great horror movies that are out there, and one of them right now is Weapons. Bro, you need to see Weapons. Weapons is created by the guy that did Barbarian, Zachary Michael Kreger, who was born
I
March
did see
1st,
Barbarian.
19. I did not see Barbarian
Oh, okay.
because I suck and I'm horrible, but I'm gonna watch Barbarian probably tomorrow night. It's just that when you're busy and you're an adult, like, you miss some things, like, and some movies fall through the shuffle, but, I'm definitely gonna watch it, but why because you didn't see Weapons, I'm not gonna get into total stuff of it. But the thing that's crazy about this movie is its original cast. This isn't the original cast that was for this movie. Like, this movie originally had Pedro Pascal, go figure, because he's in everything and all things and everything. He gets
Yeah.
replaced by he gets replaced by Josh Brolin. He gets replaced by Thanos. And then some other woman was supposed to be in the movie, and she gets replaced by Silver Surfer.
Hmm.
And then Benedict Wong is in it. So Wong
Man,
replaces
Marvel
somebody.
Marvel had taken over.
Marvel's absolutely taken over. Who was hold on. I think who the hell was supposed to be the original cast? I'm trying to remember the original cast. The original cast was supposed to be Pedro Pascal, Reinvested, blah, 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 Brian Tyree Henry, Austin Abrams, John Burke, and some other people. And for some
Still
reason
still a few Marvel names in there.
yeah, still a few Marvel names in there. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Marvel literally has the everybody now, so, it's like but anyway, back to Weapons, sorry.
No, you're cool. So I was invited to go see this movie by Tyler and our friend Joey Mana, who is a theater god in this area. Joey does a lot of theater productions, and Joey probably wants to be my friend, and I understand it. I want to be Joey's friend too. So I got invited to this, and I told Tyler like straight away. I was like, telling you, Joey Mana wants to hang out with me. I mean, I'm the bee's knees. I'm it. I'm the end game, baby. So the more Joey hangs out with me, the more he's gonna think I'm cooler than you, Tyler. So, you know, you gotta just I mean, if you want me to hang out with you and Joey, you gotta be careful because Joey's gonna realize how much cooler I am than you. And that's just how it's gonna be. And you just gotta deal with that. I mean I'm like, I don't know, like Tyler is like a regular bag of Doritos, and Bryan is the Cooler Ranch. And regular bag of Doritos is great. It really is. But
Yeah,
when you get that Cooler Ranch, it just hits different. It
and then you
just
get
hits
that
different.
one chip that has all the flavoring. Oh, man.
That's a Brian Peters right there.
There you go.
No no offense to Tyler, our boy Tyler. Tyler is the Dorito
Nacho
with
cheese.
all the nacho cheese on it, and I'm the one with all the Cooler Ranch on it.
Well, I
And what
like the bold and spicy, sorry.
and you can beat the bold and spicy. You
No,
can
I
be
said
that.
like the bold and spicy.
Well, you can be that Dorito if we're gonna put ourselves to
It does
Doritos.
it does come in a black bag, so yeah.
Finch, good old Finch. I'm just kidding.
Alright, so just
Tyler's
give us the
fantastic.
rundown of this
I'm just
Weapons
busting
movie, 'cause
balls. I'm just busting
I
balls,
haven't
Tyler. I know Tyler listens to my podcast.
Tyler's a
I'm
great
just
dude.
I'm just busting balls, okay? That's all I'm doing.
Hey, I butt dialed him the other day, so I get it. He's a great dude. So
If you never butt
I was
dialed
at
me,
work. I was at work and I couldn't find my phone, and I guess at some point I found it and I'm hearing somebody talk and I'm like, "What?" And
you
I'm like,
never butt dialed me.
"Well, because you're always working."
No, I'm not.
Anyway,
No, no, I'm not.
okay, go on to weapons because I have this question that might
Okay.
I
I'm
don't know,
sorry. So weapons. So
it might
okay, so I go into this movie blind, and all I know is that this is a movie about 18 kids in a classroom, and 17 out of those 18 kids disappear in the middle of the night at 2:17 a.m., and only one student is remains. We don't know where these kids went, and it happened somewhere in Pennsylvania where, we were born and raised, and all the
I was gonna
playground was
ask
spent most of our
where is this
days.
supposed to be taking place at?
In Maybrook, Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
And now I gotta pull up Google Maps because is this even a real place? Google Maps, Maybrook, Maybrook. Apologize for my click clacking. There's a Maybrook, New York, but okay, there is a Maybrook, Pennsylvania. I think this might be there's a apartment agency in Pennsylvania in Wynwood, Pennsylvania. That's called the Maybrook. And this is outside of Philadelphia. So it's almost like a tribute to M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. I don't know. But anywho, so these kids disappear, and the town is like asking the teacher where these kids go. The teacher is played by Silver Surfer, the shallow ball chick. And the whole movie is where these kids go, what really happened. And then as the movie goes on, we get these different perspectives of characters in the movie of the situation, and then the movie tells each part of the story of what's really going on, and then ends it with a big red bow. This movie is wild, and Josh Brolin in this movie does exactly what I would have done as a parent. So if my kid disappeared in the middle of the night, I would have done what Josh Brolin does. Eh, he looks at the camera of his house, and he looks at the direction that his child ran in the middle of the night, and then he finds a map of the town, and then he draws a line in the direction that his child runs. Then he goes and talks to somebody else in town, and he's like, "May I see the camera footage?" And they eventually show it to him, and then he looks in the direction that that child ran. And then he draws an X on the map to see where those 2 lines meet, and then he tries to figure out, did those kids run in that place? And, I thought that this movie would be aliens. I figured it would be aliens, like, probably an alien abduction in the middle of the night or something like that, or, like, some hypnosis thing, like government hypnosis, whatever. It is none of that. What really happens with these kids, you will not see coming, you will not guess. You will not collect $200 of Pasco. You will not you will not guess what happens to these kids. And this movie's great. I think it's horror movie of the year. I think it's the best horror movie thriller I've seen in a while. Maybe I'm sorry. No, no, I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. Sinners is better than this,
Okay. I like
but not
Sinners.
but not by much.
Okay.
Like, this year, Sinners, A+, Weapons, A. Like, Weapons
Oh,
is
okay.
right under
That's
Sinners. Like, Tyler was like, "This movie was probably too long and whatever." I disagree. I thought it was the right amount of length. I mean, you could say that some parts drag, but I think it's just building that tension. I mean,
now question. This might
you
be a
know,
question for
bring on the
Tyler
questions.
also. Well, this might be a question for Tyler also, like,
Sure.
as a parent, because 'cause you're not a parent as of right now.
Thanks for
Um,
reminding me.
I'm sorry, but does it I'm sorry,
Sorry,
but
I have
does
a
it,
cough.
like
I have a cough I can't get rid of.
I know, bro.
Asshole.
I got some halls here if you need it. Does it
No,
differ,
I prefer
like,
oats.
as a parent versus non-parents? Do you think, like, your experience differs? Or is it just like, "Oh, okay," you know, it's you know what I mean? I don't know. Like
talking with Tyler and Joey, as a parent as well, one thing they said was like, I would've so there's a part of the movie where Josh Brolin's just trying to talk to other parents in the classroom, and he's trying to, like, see their camera footage, and, like, one parent just doesn't wanna show it to him, and it doesn't really make sense, and
That's suspicious.
Yeah, right, and Tyler was like, I would be sharing all the data I could with these other parents to try to find our kids. Like, I would've been doing anything I could. So, yeah, like, I think it'll hit different as a parent, if, just being an uncle, a real uncle and trying to be an uncle to all my friends' kids, if their children disappeared, I'd be on that, but right away, like, what happened to my friends' kids? Like, what happened to my nieces? I would have been so on it, and, like, I would have done the things like Josh Brolin does in this movie, like, trying to figure out what's going on. So yeah, like, yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely gonna hit different for you because, you're a parent as opposed to me that just, has pets and just watches out for as many people's kids as I can. Um,
No, I'm just, I wasn't trying to attack you or nothing, but, I was
no,
just saying, like,
no,
I'm just
I
wondering if, like, your experience would differ, because, some people are like, they take that so much and they're like, "Oh, this movie hit me so hard because of that," versus, like, I'm a parent and I literally just let my 13-year-old son go to Six Flags with his friends. I mean, they had their parent there, but, you know, I wasn't with him. I let him go.
oh, that's
And
scary.
then
Yeah.
well, the funny thing is, and this is kind of why I wanted to ask you, have you heard it's been going around the internet of these, like, missing 22 children in Virginia or something? Have you been hearing about that? And I was like, "Is it really just some marketing for this movie Weapons?" Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, it just miraculously happens to come out around the same time as this movie where there's a classroom full of kids missing. You know what I mean? I thought it was like a weird viral marketing thing. And then I click on it online today and they're like, "Oh, the police aren't investigating anything." And some people are saying it's a hoax. So I don't know. That's
Mm, okay, hold on. Talk amongst yourselves, everybody. Hold on.
It's just something
Mm.
because my 13-year-old son brought it up to my wife literally the day before. He's like, "Hey, can I go to Six Flags with my friends?" My wife's like, "You just literally told me 22 kids are gone missing across the country or something like that." And, yeah, so I thought it was funny.
It is
Well,
a
not
hoax.
funny that if people are missing, it's not funny, but yeah.
It seems to possibly be a hoax. Hold on. Let me ask. See, these are one of these moments where I wish my wife was on this podcast. My wife knows everything, and my wife knows everything. And hold on, let me see what we can find out here. Okay, so it is a hoax. Virginia State Police and child welfare authorities have explicitly debunked claims of mass kidnapping circulating on platforms like TikTok and Facebook. Virginia State Police confirmed they're not investigating reports of mass child abduction. There's no evidence to support these claims. The source of that is Virginia News Channel, WTOP News. Between August 3rd and 9th, there were 88 children reported missing, but that number falls below the 2025 weekly average of 98. That clearly indicates no unusual spike in missing cases. Most missing children in Virginia are classified as runaways, not abducted. Blah blah blah. Amber alerts. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty much a hoax. And yeah, it probably is a hoax too. Maybe not from the movie studio, but from some really sick douchebags that are like trying to say that there's kids missing while this movie comes out. Because
I mean, yeah, he's probably
this
trying to drum up. But
well,
like you said,
this
maybe
came
not
out
from
right
the
when the movie came out.
yeah, like you said, probably not from the studio, not like the Smile campaign, where they had people in the audiences and stuff. But yeah, I just thought it was coincidental.
Well, when it comes to kids missing, I think that's pretty sick. If you're gonna try to promote that way. Man, this world's pretty sick, which is one of the woes. Uh, yeah, but definitely go see Weapons. The twists you won't the like what's really going on you won't guess.
I didn't see that coming.
You will not see this coming. No, not at all. If you guess what's really going on early in the movie, I would say you're a freaking liar. Just saying, you're a liar. Like those people that when we were kids, they're like, "Yeah, I guess that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time." No, you didn't. Shut up. Shut up.
Right.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No. Or in The Village, "Yeah, I knew that that was a fake village the whole time because there's a picture in the beginning of the movie where you can see these industrial garbage cans in an alley." No, you
Right.
weren't paying attention to that picture. Shut up.
Or that water was the weakness for the aliens in science.
Yeah, no, you didn't get that. Shut up. You're so full of it. So, yeah, go see Weapons. Highly recommend Weapons. Alright. So, Finch, other stuff that's come out recently is and we'll talk about part 2 when it comes out, but Wednesday season 2 came out. And bro, that's probably the main part of this podcast. Wednesday season 2. Bro, I'm not liking it.
Hmm.
I'm not liking it. I'm not
At
feeling it.
all?
No, I'm not feeling it.
Okay.
Like, I thought that episode 3 was okay. Now we can break down these episodes one by one, but, like, I'm just not feeling it. I thought that season 1 was fairly decent.
Yeah.
Um,
Season 1 was good.
season 1 was pretty darn good, and, like, I I
I
don't
will
know,
say I did like when it first comes in on season 2 and she goes to take out the what is it, like, the doll maker or,
yeah,
and
the Sixth Sense kid.
yeah, Haley Joel Osment, and, yeah, like, I thought that part was cool. Okay.
Let's break it down. So we're
Well,
gonna
no,
talk
I
about Wednesday right now.
this
We're talking
this
about
is a
Wednesday
random
right now.
thing. Okay,
Go
but
ahead.
this is a random thing about
No,
the show Wednesday.
give it to me.
The creepy redheaded stalker girl that turns invisible.
That girl is terrifying.
Okay.
That girl is freaking nightmare fuel.
Since we are 80s, 90s babies, we grew up with Nicktoons.
Yep.
Does that little girl not remind you of Lyra from Hey Arnold?
Oh my gosh,
Like,
yes.
I mean, she's creepy, but, like, the way she
And Cookie.
talks, she's got the pigtails, and I was watching it with my wife, and I was just like, "Dude, that is Lyra." Like, she sounds like her, she kinda looks like her. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody else online, like, compare her to that, so I hope I'm, like, the first person to say that, and
Post a
then
freaking
somebody's
TikTok about it. Do it
right?
right now.
Somebody's
Do it
like,
right
"Oh."
now. Get your
Right?
15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Do it.
But yeah, so yeah, she's creepy, but I kinda like her because having an invisibility power is actually pretty cool. Thing is awesome as usual in this show, in this season, but and I do like that Morticia's getting more screen time this season. 'Cause I feel like, literally last season was like, the parents showed up for a minute and then, like, took off, and then it was literally all Wednesday. And Jenna Ortega's a good actress,
I don't like the
but
parents being there.
I see that okay, maybe that's where we differ 'cause
And
I
that's
like
what we need.
Morticia
We
getting
need
more screen
differing
time.
opinions.
I like Morticia getting more screen time. I love Gomez. I know people hate on Gomez 'cause he's not what we grew up thinking of Gomez 'cause he's a pudgier guy, but this version of
He's me
Gomez is
for
just
Mexico.
he's funny. He's funny and he's great, and he's like I think, like, when they had the zombie and he's like or when she's like, "Oh, I just challenged your daughter to a death duel or whatever," and he's like, "Oh, that's nice, dear." Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kinda stuff I like, but yeah, I mean, this season is and I always hate when Netflix splits things in half, so it's like you had a momentum going and you just cut it. Like, just
Right.
stop, just play like, just, go through with it. But I did like the return of Christina Ricci, but tell me, because I don't hate it, but I will say it's not as good as season 1. So tell me and the audience what you're kinda hating about this one.
Audience, when I talk with the Finch, and we're in full BP in the Finch mode, I believe very fully about positivity and the power of positivity. It's a new day. Yes, it is. But I in good conscience, cannot say something's good if it's not. I can't do it.
Maybe I'm
And
just in mourning. I'm
maybe
just
you're
in
just what?
mourning. I'm just in mourning.
Mourning over what?
Sorry, you mentioned New Day, so I was
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sorry.
The whole the whole hat thing with Penta, I don't know, it's I don't know, New Day's been ruined, but that's a podcast for another day.
Sorry, that's yeah, that's
That's a podcast for another day. We might talk a little bit more wrestling, but not this second. It's just okay, when we were kids, like, and Addams Family was introduced to us, it was introduced with Raul Julia's Gomez, Angelica Hudson as Morticia, I believe, Christina Ricci's Wednesday, Christopher Lloyd's Uncle Fester, so on and so forth. And Tim Burton was originally supposed to do that Addams Family. Originally, he was supposed to, but instead, it's directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. And Barry Sonnenfeld, he goes on to do, Addams Family Values, which is a fantastic sequel. He goes on to do the movie Get Shorty. He does the Men in Black trilogy. He does Wild Wild West with Will Smith. Like, he goes on to do great, great movies. I think he did like Raising Arizona. Also, what else we got? Yeah, he did Raising Arizona with the Coen Brothers, which is one of Nick Cage's best films. He does Throw Mama from the Train with Danny DeVito. He did Big. He did When Harry Met Sally. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. He was a cinematographer on those. My apologies.
I was gonna say I love a lot of
Um,
those movies.
I apologize. I was looking the wrong thing. He directed The Addams Family in 91, Addams Family Values, the Men in Black trilogy, Wild Wild West. He directed RV with Robert Williams. Like, he's got bangers. He's got bangers. And he was a producer on some pretty good stuff. And he's done a lot of television work as well. The man puts out bangers. But originally, he was supposed to do, or Tim Burton was supposed to do The Addams Family. But what Barry put out was fantastic. And like, so when we finally get Tim Burton to do an Addams Family adaptation, sorry, the show's called Wednesday. The show is not called The Addams Family. It's called Wednesday. So the show should be focused on Wednesday. So, and I feel season 1 did that very well. Like, and in season 1, right off the bat, we get her in regular school, and she finds, like, Pugsley tied up in a locker, and, and then she's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna kill the bullies that picked on my brother, because no one picks on him but me." So her dropping the piranhas in the pool, that's a Wednesday move. Like, that's getting Wednesday right. And, like, so moving her to this Nevermore Academy, I think that's what I think that's what changes my perspective about it, this Nevermore Academy. You still with us, Finch?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, because, I'll get to it in a second, but her being at Nevermore Academy, like, it kind of works in the first season because you get introduced to this world that, like, there's vampires, there's werewolves, there's gorgons, there's sirens.
Sirens. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and like,
The
so
Outcast.
the outcast, yeah, and like, I think that it was just so new, so it didn't really bother me, and the focus was very much on Wednesday, and she still, like, in season 1, still kinda wants to, like, kill people, like, she still has that edge and that murderous whatever, but, like, she now, like, protecting people, and her character is changing, and you see that growth, and you see her making friends with the werewolf Enid, you see her solving mysteries and stuff, and like, and you
And
see
falling
her
for a boy.
falling for a boy, Like, you see this change in Wednesday, and that's good, and that's fine. Like, we're okay to see that, but but when you get into season 2, spoilers. When you see into season 2, like, it's really hit very hard like, how there's so many different outcasts. Like, the season 1 was about getting rid of these outcasts and, like, how they don't belong and, and whatever, and, like, the the mystery of what's going on, you find that out, like, later episodes of the show because the show was dropped in 8 episodes. Like they dropped everything at once. And Netflix is known for that binge model. But when Netflix wants to drop half a season here, half a season there, I think you said it just a bit ago, Finch, like it ruins the momentum.
Yeah.
And and it definitely does. And it feels rushed. This season feels very rushed because like we go into the second season and like we have a mystery of who's stalking her
Mhm.
and like who's sending her text, and we find out who's stalking her at the end of the second episode.
Which I was glad,
But we found it out right away. There's no story, there's no mystery. We get it right away.
but
And
it's
we
like
find it's the invisible girl.
there's a bigger villain though.
Yeah, but then that villain gets revealed 2 episodes later. We're halfway
True.
through this damn season. We just finished part 1, and we already know who the stalker was and who's controlling these fucking birds.
Yeah. But then
It's a
now but now we're getting, more with the Hyde.
but that was the first season.
Yeah,
Why
but now
we don't
he's
need to bring that back.
but then he, spoiler alert, he kills his mother type figure.
Christina Ricci,
Yeah.
I'm still weeping.
So, it's like now he's kind of unhinged. And then obviously there's still something more mischievous, or I don't want to say I guess it's mysterious. Like something's going on with Steve Buscemi's character for sure.
For sure. Hands down. Now
Um,
is Steve Buscemi's character this Da Vinci? So they introduced this group called Da Vinci's. And like, is he Da Vinci or is he something different? Because he seems to control fire.
hmm, yeah. I don't know. I was getting this weird vibe because he mentioned something about, like, they showed a picture of Edgar Allan Poe, and he kind of looks like Edgar Allan Poe a little bit.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know. I know he's not Edgar Allan Poe. I don't think, but I don't know. That was just something I kind of because the picture they showed him and it kind of lingered, and I don't know if that just had something to do with like the crows that were flying around and stuff like that, but or the Nevermore is a raven, right? It's like quote the raven nevermore type of thing. So
Yep, a swordsman.
uh, maybe that had something to do with it, but I don't know. But there's definitely something going on with him. Definitely something else going on with. I mean, the crow lady, she did get away, right?
Yep, she sure did. Yep.
So she's gonna be coming back. I believe the zombie broke out again, so we still got the zombie. And I remember the little trailer for what's coming up. Looks like the zombie because he's eating brains and he's like kind of restoring himself.
Okay, so let's pull back. Let's recap a little bit.
Sorry.
Let's yeah, we're okay. We're okay. So for those of you that want to be spoiled and just told what happens, here you go. So episode 1, Wednesday returns to Nevermore. She like discovers she's a celebrity. We have a new principal now. It's the Game of Thrones shape-shifting chick. She's gone. She's dead. She died in the first season. We now have Steve Buscemi, and he seems to have his own agenda. As Finch mentioned, he he seems to be able to control fire, and he's really like focused on getting donations for Nevermore. And he wants Bianca, the siren, to manipulate Morticia to manipulate her mother, Grandmama. And by the way, I hate this version of Grandmama.
I know I was expecting like Angela Hudson or somebody to be the grandmother.
That's what I was expecting. Right.
Yeah.
But it's so Grandmama is no longer this like crazy old lady that's like killing like roadkill and putting in food and like creating potions and like this crazy kooky witch. No longer. She's
Well,
now
that's
just like,
actually that's Gomez's mom, the one and I believe she died because that's what Wednesday has her book. That's Granny, or she's the one who Morticia keeps trying to get the book from Wednesday,
oh, so
and
I okay, so I messed
she
up.
was I believe she was
I
in
apologize.
season 1, and I think she passed away or something, and that's why Wednesday has her book
See
and
that I'm
stuff.
gonna go back and
So
watch more Addams
this
Family
month
stuff.
this
So
grandmama is Morticia's mom.
medicinal. See, I always thought the grandmama from '90s one that was Morticia's mom. So they retcon some things in the '90s. So originally, Uncle Fester, like original '60s Addams Family show, Fester is not Gomez's brother. He's like Gomez's uncle. He's like Wednesday and Pugly's great uncle. He's like Gomez's uncle or something.
Okay, okay.
I I know he's not his brother. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But I like him better being Gomez's brother. Just my
Yeah,
opinion.
it fits.
Yeah, totally, for real. But so I gotta go back and watch some things because, like, as I was watching Wednesday season 2, so many things fell off to me, and I wanna make sure I don't forget all the things that fell off to me, but yeah, so Dort wants to Steve Buscemi's character wants Bianca to use her hypnosis to raise money for the school for whatever he has going on. Wednesday has this new stalker that's walking around in a hood and, like, sending her messages, but then we also get this other thing that's, like, sending this one-eyed crow after her, and Wednesday gets this vision that Enid's gonna die, and Wednesday's gonna be the cause of it. So and then we hear this other Pugsley is now in the school, and Pugsley has electric powers that he has and Uncle Fester has those too. Um,
Yeah.
I absolutely hate that. I don't like everybody okay, I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't like, all this people having power stuff.
Well,
I
Gomez
don't
doesn't.
Gomez yeah, thank God. There's somebody that doesn't have powers. Like, the only power that Gomez has is just that swagger. Just
Right?
I mean, like, I mean
Yeah.
like, a lot of people talk crap on this Gomez, but this Gomez, like, this is straight out of Charles Adams' original vision for Gomez. Like, he is right like, he is directly from the comic. Like, the recent cartoon of the Addams Family, like, that Gomez, he looks exactly like it. He looks like the original drawings. Like, Raul
Like
Julia
the
Yep.
one that Oscar Isaac did the voice of?
Yeah, yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's close to Gomez. Like, Gomez is the fat guy. He is the fat, weird, kooky looking dude, and, like, so perfect casting. Absolutely perfect casting. And I forget the actor's name, but it's perfect. Like Raul Julia and
Luis Gomez.
Luis Gomez. Okay, so that's his name, Luis Gomez. Perfect casting. But Raul Julia wasn't really like John. I think the original actor was John Aston in the '60s. He played also the Riddler for a little time. In '66. Like so, his Gomez, those Gomez's are very similar but like Raw Julia is very suave. He's very smooth. He's a handsome fella. But like Gomez isn't like that. Like is not meant to be like that. But like I don't like Pugsley having electrical powers. I don't like Wednesday having psychic powers. Like I don't like any of that. I don't really like this show is very much like Wicked meets Harry Potter meets Percy Jackson. Like when everybody and they really push it really hard in this season. Like when everybody is creepy and kooky, mysterious and spooky, like the Addams Family, and everybody has the same. It makes the Addams Family less special because everything in the '60s show, what sold in the '60s was like this family is so weird. They're creepy and kooky, and they don't know that behavior is not normal to the world. So, like
It's funny you mentioned that though, because I did there was one scene in particular that pointed that out that, I mentioned to my wife when I was watching, I was like, "So, we're in a world full of, like, monsters and stuff, right?" And there's a scene where the siren chick, the head siren, the black girl.
Bianca, I think her name is, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, Morticia, she fixes up the place that she's living at or whatever. She fixes it up and she gets like this bowl of bugs or something. Like Lurch brings her a bowl of bugs or something. And she's like, "Oh, would you like one?" And she like looked at her like, "Ew, no, like why would I eat that?" And I'm like, "Isn't she a monster or like a siren?" And I'm
Yep.
like, they just make it they kind of do still try to point out that like the Adams family for the most part, who are, I guess, I don't Morticia has psychic powers too, I think, but, like, they're still out there. Like, you mentioned that, like, if everybody's kooky, then they're not standoutish,
Yeah, it takes away how
which
special they are. It takes away
but
the whole gimmick.
which is true, and I definitely see it, but at the same time, it's like, they're still out there, though, because, like, look at the scenes with Fester, you know? Like, Fester is just
That's part of it. Yeah.
Fester's out there.
Fester hasn't changed.
Pugsley Pugsley's out there, like he they team him up with
Pugsley is
the
kinda annoying
the
me.
kid.
Pugsley's kinda annoying me
Yeah, I mean,
a
they
little bit.
team him up with the kid from the first season who, like, controlled the bees or something. So he's somewhat, like, normal-ish, but he has, like, bee powers or something, and they team him up with him,
Yeah.
and you could kinda see that Pugsley's still outlandish, he, like, loves his zombie that he finds or brings back to life,
I think that's one of
which
the
I'm
coolest things
skipping ahead, so
no, you're fine. So the thing with this zombie is there's a story about a former student with a clockwork heart, and he died as a result of, like, dangerous inventions or something, and, like, they bury his body in this tree, and Pugsley goes to the tree because he wants to fit in, and his electrical powers bring this zombie back to life. So through the course of the show, Pugsley names this zombie Slurp, which I think is fantastic. They chain the zombie up, and the zombie eventually gets loose and starts eating people's brains and stuff. And and in episode 3, which is really cool, like they're at a camp together, and Slurp kills the scoutmaster of this rival camping thing. And as he's eating more brains, he seems to be coming back to being more human. So yeah, so we got that going on. Wednesday's losing her psychic powers, which I'm happy about because I like Wednesday just being just a smart girl. Like I don't want everybody having superpowers. I can't believe I'm saying that, being who I am, but like I don't I don't want everybody to have superpowers. And I
well,
also
it's similar to what Syndrome said, "When everybody's super, nobody is."
right. And that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. When
yeah.
everybody's creepy and kooky or has abilities or something like that, it takes away the charm of the Addams family. Like and Wednesday in this season, she's not she doesn't have these like homicidal tendencies. She's just like kind of annoyed by people here and there still, but like she's kind of losing what makes her special, I guess. Like it's just I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's almost like she's dependent on those psychic abilities to be who she is, when it's like she didn't need those in the first season. Like, in the first season, they were a bit of an inconvenience for her, but she was still able to,
Yeah.
like, get stuff done, and in this season, she's like, "Well, without my abilities, how am I gonna solve this?" And then she's like, "Well, now I have to resort to the old-fashioned way and just solve a mystery or whatever," and it's like, well, I mean, you're still Wednesday, you're still the smartest in the room, even though other people have told her, like, "You think you're the smartest in the room, but you're not," you know? But yeah, I definitely see some of your complaints here. Like, yeah.
And then like right so we find out this invisible chick is the one stalking her and like almost kills Enid with this and her and Enid and like Enid's pissing me off this season too, man. Like her going for this Bruno guy. And we know instead of going to our boy the Gorgon, like she's already moved on. She hasn't had a conversation with the Gorgon guy to say like, "Hey, I want this wolf dick now." Like there's there's nothing like that. So Enid is looking like a pile of garbage, and like I'm not a fan of that because I want Enid to be
She was
good.
the sweet girl from the first season, yeah.
Yeah, like now she's just kind of a bitch, and and like Bruno's gonna end up being like something, and then we're
Like a
not gonna
dick or
talk about
something.
him anymore because he's Bruno.
We
Um,
don't talk
we'll
Bruno.
talk about Bruno, no, no.
Well, I
Um,
do like that Enid is the only one that kinda is, like, thinking about Thing, though. Like, they forget Thing's birthday.
yeah,
Morticia
okay,
and
that's a good point.
Wednesday, and Enid's like, "Oh," and she builds him this little house. She accepts him into her club thing. Like, she's there for Thing, which, Thing is one of my favorite characters on the show.
Thing
So
is one of the best characters. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Like Enid's still there, but she did Gorgon Boy dirty, bro. Like dirty.
yeah, but I think he's gonna rebound with the black chick, Bianca or whatever.
Oh,
I think. I'm just saying that's they were working together and he helped her out. He turned we get a cameo from Christopher Lloyd. He turns him into stone, you
I
know.
did like that. Yeah.
So
Yeah, and my wife and I do think that's probably what's gonna happen, like, we're gonna get this love square, if you will. So my wife also thinks that, my wife thinks that Wednesday the way this is gonna go, that Wednesday is probably gonna be the new Master Tyler when this is all said and done. That's what my wife thinks.
that's a great theory. I like that.
That somehow, some way, like, that she still has feelings for this kid somewhere deep in
And
there.
somewhere he still has them for her too, even though he kind of wanted to kill her.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like, I mean, we know that Slurp is still out there. He's regenerating. He's gonna start learning how to speak probably soon. So he's kind of a threat there. So you're right, their threats are still there. But we find out something about this like Augustus Stonehurst. And I forget what the heck the whole point of this Augustus Stonehurst was. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So Augustus Stonehurst was like taking kids, missing kids, and he was putting like outcast powers into normies, right? Yeah. And
Yeah,
when we
and he
find
has
out
it.
that,
He had an aviary thing. So
yeah,
right.
something like that, something like that. I don't know, but like, so we find out the thing controlling the Ravens. We find out who that is right in the fourth episode, like right away. So all these like all these
Well, the crows
mysteries are
are
solved
they're
really
killing
fast.
they're killing people too. Like they killed Tyler's dad. The He's the Hyde. They killed his dad. He was the sheriff from the first season. They killed some hiker dude and who was also working with Tyler's dad. And then I think they tried to attack Enid, right? And then
Yeah,
they attacked Thing, and then Thing like I'm sorry, like when Thing was like holding on, it's like he's a hand. He's not gonna die if he falls on the ground. But
could have broke a finger.
maybe, maybe.
Uh,
But but yeah, so we find out who do you want to reveal who it is? Who
yeah,
the
go ahead.
person controlling? It turns out to be his daughter. And he built a thing and she's actually one of the psychiatric like nurse admin people at this psych ward where Tyler is being held,
At Arkham Asylum,
basically.
we're building on Arkham Asylum. That's another thing. This whole like, what the hell is it called? The Nut House. Yeah, Arkham Asylum. Like we're building Arkham Asylum. We're building a bunch of villains for Wednesday at an Arkham Asylum. Like, what the heck? Tim
Now,
Burton
do
Batman.
you wanna talk about another cameo who she's
Yeah.
kind of a more prominent role, but it's more of a cameo because I didn't see
Yeah,
her
because you're
advertised.
okay. Yeah, you're made to think that she might be in on it, but go ahead, Finch. Break
You
it
talking
down
about
for us.
Thandie Newton?
Sam Newton?
Thandie Newton.
Is that the name of that's the character?
That's the actress. She's the doctor. Doctor something with an F. Doctor
Oh, yes.
Farnhill? Farnhill?
What the heck is her name? Buscemi, Billy Piper is a music teacher.
Oh,
Uh,
she's suspicious too.
yes, she is.
She's
Um,
redheaded.
yes, and she's doing a American accent that is impressing my wife and I. but she's from Doctor Who and she's from Penny Dreadful. Billie Piper,
Mm.
she's fantastic. What the heck is? I don't know. I don't know her name.
Fair
I'm trying to
is
find
it
it.
fair?
I don't know. I can't find it. I have to look it up. Oh no.
Yeah, it's Thandie Newton. She was in Westworld
Oh, okay.
and
Sanda. How do you say her name? Melanie
Thandie.
Sandy Newton. Okay, Sandy Newton. Oh yeah, she was in Star Wars. She was in Solo. That's right. And she was yeah. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, she's sus.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so, there's a couple of red herrings thrown in, her, the music teacher, but yeah, we gotta I don't know. I know you got your ideas of season 2 so far, and like you said, or like we said, Netflix kinda kills the momentum, but the good thing is we only have to wait, I think, like a month, unlike Stranger Things where you had to wait 5 years
Oh,
for that.
we're yeah,
So,
we're gonna do
uh,
a whole recap of Stranger Things and talking about that and then when Stranger Things come back, we're gonna definitely talk about that for sure.
but
I
we
don't
only have
know.
to wait a month to figure it out, what's gonna happen season 2, part 2, so
I'm telling you what's gonna happen. It's gonna be more of the Addams family instead of being focused on Wednesday, which I don't like. It's gonna be more people have powers, which I don't like. And then Wednesday's gonna get back her psychic power, which I don't like. And I don't know, but
I
we
think
need
this is an
something. We
experiment.
something,
I think
something.
this season is an experiment for Tim Burton and them. They're gonna see how it goes, and then if it doesn't play out exactly how they want it, I think they'll kinda return back to season 1 form and kinda focus more on Wednesday. Maybe just Wednesday and a little Pugsley, because if they're both at the school, yeah, that's my opinion, but
I don't know. I think we need to drag out these mysteries. I think what's really hurting it for me, I guess, is just dragging is that the mysteries are solved in just 2 episodes or 4 episodes, 2 to 4 episodes. Like we need a really good mystery for the second half that's going to drag out that full 4 episodes or something. Because to have like 2 episodes and then boom, we know who's stalking her, and then have 2 more episodes, we know who's doing the Raven thing. Like it feels like the show's not getting to breathe.
yeah.
Um, and that's a huge problem. Like
Yeah.
and that's why the first season was better because we got those 8 episodes at once, and it kind of felt like it could breathe. And it's not feeling like it can breathe right now. Just my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like they're doing too much, but it's like they gotta I don't know, they had to give us some answers before they took a break and then so,
That's fair. So,
but
Finch, thank you for joining me. You know, we got some good thoughts in here tonight.
yeah,
Our
we went off
Wednesday.
the rails a little bit, but I'm glad
That's
we got to
that's what
talk and
that's what we
yeah.
do on our Wednesday weapons and woes episode. So join us next time. So I think the next episode we're gonna be talking about can't even think. So yeah, our next episode is gonna we're gonna be dropping kind of 2 episodes around Labor Day. We're gonna be talking about the Toxic Avenger as it comes out finally, and kind of a little bit of that franchise of a little bit. And we're gonna be talking about Jaws' 50th anniversary, and we're gonna talk about the best shark movies, the best horror movies with sharks or just movies with sharks, period. I want to get everybody's top 5 shark movies.
Finding Nemo, Bruce, that's my shark.
You can throw that in there too. We can totally do that.
Fish are
Uh,
friends, not food.
Flies, not food, and Sharknado better be on somebody's list.
Yeah.
Did you see my movies? Deep Blue Sea. A shark ate me. Shark ate me.
Chappelle,
Bitch. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, Finch. Thank you,
thanks for
listeners.
having me.
I look forward to the rest of this season of Wednesday. And I also want to do a deep talk when we meet again and talk about Wednesday I want to talk about the Munsters and the Addams Family and what you think is better, Munsters or Addams Family, and what you think works better, what you think it is better, and maybe how you would deliver the Munsters or the Addams Family.
We're not talking
So,
about the Rob Zombie monsters, are we?
yeah, we're talking about all
Oh, no.
Munsters,
Oh, no.
Munsters all from history, the '60s and Rob Zombie. So yeah, so I hope this podcast thrilled you, listeners. I hope it horrified you. And if nothing else, I hope it left you greatly amused. Good night, everybody.